Awesome Wrestling Entertainment, the new brand in sports entertainment. We're wrestling and proud of it. And now, the hottest new podcast in the world. This is Awesome. Your host, Chris Graham.
This is Awesome. I'm Chris Graham, your host. Short Sleeve Sampson, our guest on this show. Short Sleeve, of course, he's going to be wrestling against Abu Shango at the AWE Awesome Night of the Superstars, September 17th in Woodstock, Virginia. And then October 15th, sort of maybe the match of his career to date, he's going to be in the Bunkhouse Stampede with 19 other wrestlers. And we're going to talk to a little fella about these big matches coming up. Couple chances to make a name for himself, obviously, here in AWE. And you know Short Sleeve, he's not one to walk away from a big challenge. You know, he goes around, he's got the catchphrase Midget time. He's really made a lot of himself. He's 4'2" or 4'3" on a good day. And he doesn't wrestle, you know, he's not out there wrestling midgets. He's wrestling big fellas, guys bigger than me, and he takes them down regularly. And so he's got a chance here in AWE, a couple of chances, really, with Abu Shango at the Awesome Night of the Superstars and then in that Bunkhouse Stampede. I'm going to talk to Short Sleeve about that. Also, Short Sleeve was out with our group, but we had a number of wrestlers out there, a number of staffers from AWE at the Performance Motorsports Monster Truck Show at Augusta Expo this past weekend. And of course, Augusta Expo is where we're going to be here in a couple of months with our big show of the year, the show of 2011 in independent wrestling. And so we were out there at the venue, you know, talking with fans who, a lot of whom are going to be at the show coming up in October, and Short Sleeve was among them. And so we're going to have that. We're going to talk to you later in the show about our Awesome Zone TV show that we have, or web TV show that we have that we debuted last week, and then some more podcasts we have coming up. So a lot to get into here. Let's go towards it because you know what? This is awesome.
My name is Jamin Olivencia, and this is awesome.
Big Sexy Kevin Nash, October 15th. That's right, at the Augusta Expo Center in Fishersville, Virginia. It's AWE's night. Oh no, not just any night. Awesome Night of Legends. Be there. I will be.
The most amazing, no, the most awesome wrestling website in the world. AwesomeWrestlingEntertainment.com. Up-to-the-minute news, videos, information on live events. Purchase tickets, get your merchandise, all just a click away. AwesomeWrestlingEntertainment.com. Tell your friends this is awesome. Follow Awesome Wrestling Entertainment on Facebook. Get up-to-the-minute breaking news, videos, and tell us what you want to see. Because at Awesome Wrestling Entertainment, it's the fans that matter. Follow us on Facebook, and remember, this is awesome.
This is Jimmy Yang, your Asian redneck, and this is awesome. Yeehaw!
Joining us now on the show is Short Sleeve Sampson. And Short Sleeve Sampson, of course, will be here in AWE with our big show, the Night of the Superstars in Woodstock, Abu Shango, the opponent, and then the AWE Awesome Night of the Legends in the Bunkhouse Stampede. And hey, Short Sleeve, this weekend you were representing AWE at the Monster Truck Show at Augusta Expo, where we'll be in a couple of months with the big show. So what was it like being out there with the fans?
It was incredible to see the thousands of fans that came out each night to this event, and to have them all stop by and to see us at our AWE booth and to take the time and to, you know, want pictures and autographs with me and everything, and to see the love and the fan support. And then afterwards, it just continues to pour out on our Facebook pages and on our website and everything. Let me tell you, it was awesome.
Short Sleeve Sampson joining us here on the show, and we're talking about, well, this past weekend at the Monster Truck Show, and natural crowd for us. I mean, obviously a lot of folks who are Monster Truck fans will be AWE fans and vice versa. And so you're at the venue, you're at Augusta Expo, and a couple months we'll be there. Did you get a sense, I mean, could you feel in the air maybe that, you know, we're not that far away from the big show?
Oh, let me tell you, to already be there, you know, I'm sitting there, I kept on checking my watch and looking at the date, and it's like, you know what, is it October 15th yet? Is it October the 15th yet? You know, I felt like a kid on waiting for Christmas Day and everything to show up, because I am looking forward to. I am literally counting the days down, crossing them off on the calendar for October the 15th, because the fact that not only are we going to have the biggest event, not only in AWE history, but also I think in wrestling in general, Night of the Legends, and to have me, Short Sleeve Sampson, be a part of it, let me just tell you, there's no words that can possibly explain the excitement and the anticipation that I have for this event.
Talking with Short Sleeve Sampson here on our show, and we have to mention, people who saw the video that we did on our website on the Facebook page probably saw a guy in the background that you're going to be wrestling here in a couple of months. We had to keep people between you because the heat's already there. But as far as that goes, Abo Shango, he'll be your opponent coming up at the Awesome Night of the Superstars in Woodstock, Virginia. And you sat a few feet away from him. He had some people in between, but what's that match going to be like? He's a character. He's really unknown as far as no scouting reports or anything else. Maybe a tough character to get a handle on, so to speak.
He was, and yes, he was, sitting a couple seats down from me at the event here this past weekend at the Monster Truck Rally. And, I kept on looking over and trying to get an insight on him because I know nothing about this guy. I don't know his wrestling history. I don't know his background. From what I gather from the promoters and everything that brought him in, I guess this guy comes from Africa. But also, I guess this guy doesn't speak any English. I didn't see him talk one word, show very little reaction. So all I know is that I have to bring my A game on this whole thing because I don't know what to expect. I'm not sure if this thing is going to be a wrestling match or if it's just going to be an all-out fight, in all honesty. I mean, heck, this guy has all this tribal war paint and everything all over him, and, his eyes. When you look at his eyes, they say the eyes are the gateway to the soul. I saw nothing there. It was blank and empty. So it's like, who knows if this guy has a conscience? Who knows what this guy is thinking, if anything at all? Does he have human instincts? Does he have animal-like instincts? All I know, seriously, is that I'm going to do whatever it takes. Not necessarily, I'm going to do whatever it takes, not just to win, but to survive.
Speaking of that, so we go from Abo Shango at the Awesome Night of the Superstars, Woodstock, Virginia, September 17th, October 15th, not quite a month later in Fishersville, there at Augusta Expo. You're in my opinion, the fight of your life. Not just, you used to wrestle in one big guy, maybe tag team matches, two big guys, 19 superstars in the Bunkhouse Stampede. Names like Tommy Dreamer, the Barbarian. You're in this Bunkhouse Stampede. That's got to be a fight for your life.
You know what it is? The Bunkhouse Stampede is definitely got to be the biggest match that I will ever have had in my entire 13-plus year career that I've been in wrestling. For fans that don't know, the Bunkhouse Stampede is basically an all-out weapons battle royal match. I mean, that's what it is. You're going to have 20 participants in the middle of a ring, not just, with themselves, but we're talking about the weapon of their choice. And then you have me in the middle of a valley of giants, in all honesty, with some of the most dangerous men that are in this business today. Like you said already, Tommy Dreamer. Really? I mean, seriously, when you look at this guy is not only a champion, but, he comes from, ECW and all these companies where all they do are weapons matches and hardcore matches and survival type matches. He is a seasoned veteran when it comes to this type of match. The Barbarian, I mean, here it is. I thought Abo Shango is going to be a tough competitor for me, which he's going to be. This guy is going to be 10 times tougher, as well as all the other 17 other participants in there. I have tried everything I possibly can within my career to not only establish Short Sleeve Sampson as a serious competitor in this business, but also to try to separate myself from not just being a midget wrestler, but to being a wrestler who happens to be a midget. I think that this bunkhouse stampede, it's either going to make my career or it's going to break my career. This is the point where I can cut any promo, I can do any talking, I can, say whatever I want to say. But now it's the point where talking is not going to get me anywhere, and now I have to prove it. And October 15th, Night of the Legends, it's time for Short Sleeve Sampson to show what exactly I am all about.
We're talking with Short Sleeve Sampson here on our show, and I have to ask your opinion, Short Sleeve. This has been the controversy that's really defined AEW the last few months. Ricky Morton, Doug Gibson, Kevin Nash, this big main event at the Awesome Night of the Legends, the Rock and Roll Express against Kevin Nash and Doug Gibson with Tammy Sitch as their manager. So much give and take there in that feud. Your thoughts? You're watching from afar. You've seen the talking going on. Certainly, you know that the heat's real. Personally, it's real. What are you thinking about this match and what might happen that night?
Well, first of all, I'm finally glad to see that somebody has actually finally agreed to put this match together. And for wrestling fans that have been watching the storylines and seeing our videos on our website and on our Facebook and everything, can see this is not just, okay, you know what, we're going to set up a storyline and we're going to see 4 guys have a wrestling match that we're going to call a main event. No. This is really the time for scores to be settled, for egos to be put in check. We have seen Ricky Morton. I mean, really? Okay, you know what? You've been in the business for 25, 30 years and everything like that. Okay, that's all well and good. You think you've paid the way and then you've been cheated and everything like that. Well, guess what? There comes a point in time and it's time for you to step down. You can shoot your mouth off all you want, but at this point in time, I think he shot his mouth off a little too much. And then overstepping the boundaries, you know what? There's also a point in time that you need to show some respect for people in this business. And he seems to lack that. Now the other side of the spectrum, Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash has proved himself in this industry time and time again. And you know what? I don't know what Ricky thinks that he has over Nash or how he feels he's been cheated from Nash personally. Nash owes no explanation to anybody. And for Ricky to sit there and continually, shoot his mouth off, it's going to be interesting. And now you got Doug Gibson, Marvin Ward. You know what? When it comes to wrestling, I will back him up for everything. But personally, I mean, probably my best friend that there is in this, not just in this business, but personally to me in this world. So, and to see how he's been treated and to see the things that he has taken personally, not only him but his family, just for the fans to know, this is not going to be a wrestling match. And it's not going to be pretty. This is going to be a war. Literally. I'm sure we're not going to see these guys going in there and locking up and doing a couple of moves and maybe a high spot here or there. No. We're going to be seeing these guys trying to beat the living pulp out of each other. If anything, this thing should be called a last man standing match, because whoever wins is probably going to be the last man standing.
Short Sleeve Sampson at the Awesome Night of the Superstars, September 17th in Woodstock, Virginia. Abo Shango is the opponent. October 15th, the Awesome Night of the Legends, I should say, in Fishersville, Virginia. He's in the Bunkhouse Stampede. Short Sleeve, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much, Chris, for having me, and it's a pleasure as always. And just so all the fans know, it's Midget time.
This is Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya. And when I get in the ring, you know what I hear? I always hear, "This is awesome."
You want to be a pro wrestler? You've got to learn how to do the craft. AEW has such a place. AwesomeWrestlingEntertainment.com. Check it out. And check out what might be in store for you.
Wrestling fans, AWE's Awesome Night of the Legends, Saturday night, October the 15th, the Augusta Expo land in Fishersville, Virginia. The final countdown has begun. The main event, the most talked about match in the wrestling world. You're going to see the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, go face to face with Doug Gibson and Big Daddy Cool. That's right, Big Sexy Diesel Kevin Nash. You're also going to see in action Fit Finlay against Alex Silva. Hacksaw Jim Duggan takes on Muhammad Akbar. A hardcore three-way dance as Abo Shango, C.W. Anderson all go against the hardcore legend himself, Terry Funk. You're going to see Divas, Sonny, Gorgeous George, Baby Doll, and the three-time WCW champion, Diamond Dallas Page. It's awesome. Night of the Legends, Saturday night, October the 15th, the Augusta Expo in Fishersville, Virginia. Get your tickets online while they last. AwesomeWrestlingEntertainment.com. And remember, fans, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be awesome.
Our thanks to Short Sleeve Sampson and Short Sleeve, of course, those two big matches, Abu Shango at the AEWE Awesome Night of the Superstars, September 17th, Woodstock, Virginia Central High School, and then October 15th, that huge 20-man Bunkhouse Stampede Battle Royal at the AEWE Awesome Night of the Legends. That's October 15th, Fishersville, Virginia, Augusta Expo. And two big matches, two chances for Short Sleeve to work his way up the ladder, and so our thanks to Short Sleeve for talking about that, sharing his insights as he's preparing for these two big matches. And now shifting gears, let's talk about our Awesome Zone web TV show. The Awesome Zone debuting last week. Jay Manola Vincia in a match and a win over Sanjay Dutt, and a controversial win, but a win nonetheless for Jamin in that. And we'll have another show this week, another web TV show, another Awesome Zone, and a match featuring the loose cannon Alex Silva in a match he had earlier this year with Carlos Colon Jr. Carlos Colon Jr. you might recognize from his WWE name, Carlito, former WWE Intercontinental Champion, and a great thrilling match that these two guys had back earlier this year. We're going to share that with you here on the Awesome Zone. So that's coming up, and we'll have lots more to share with you on that Awesome Zone. We're looking forward to rolling out our product. We're gaining new fans every day. Thousands of new fans joining here with our AWE Facebook page. We're over 45,000 fans as I record this particular show. And we have a clamor from those out there. Wait, what do you look like? They're seeing our storylines being built up as we're doing our best we can to tell you what's going on. It's almost like news reporting more than anything else with the Ricky Morton, Kevin Nash, Doug Gibson feud that we have going on here. It's really just a matter of opening up the newspaper and opening up our TV station, so to speak, and giving you the news of what the latest is between that grouping. But you want to see, we've been telling us, you want to see what we can offer in terms of wrestling product, and we're going to give that to you on the Awesome Zone. So that's another episode of that coming up. And then we have a podcast, we have a couple podcast interviews. Beautiful Bobby Eaton will be joining us this week. Also, we thought we had him last week, but we weren't able to work the scheduling out quite the way we thought we could. But Tully Blanchard, Tully had joined us a couple weeks ago to talk about his Legends appearances at the Awesome Night of the Superstars and then the Awesome Night of the Legends show. He's going to be signing autographs at both shows. We had scheduled an interview and did an interview a couple weeks ago. We thought it was going to be sort of a friendly, hey, Tully, thanks for being with our show, and really appreciate you coming up for a couple of autograph signings. Well, Tully sort of vented on Marvin Ward, our CEO here in AWE, and in an interview that Marvin had done earlier this year that really was innocuous, but he mentioned Tully in a light. Maybe he thought Tully was a little overrated maybe in a sense. Tully took, I guess maybe not surprisingly, took offense to that. And spent most of his interview with us a couple weeks ago talking about Marvin Ward in a way not even Tully felt necessarily comfortable with. So he wanted to come back. We're not able to do it last week. We're going to do it this week. We're going to get Tully on here and talk about his career and how he's looking forward to this AWE Awesome Night of the Legends and the Awesome Night of the Superstar shows, his appearances therein. So we have Tully, we have Bobby Eaton, we've got the Awesome Zone with Alex Silva versus Carlos Colon Jr. Also, Rip Sawyer is going to be joining us this week on a podcast. So just a lot coming up here this week, and we're really looking forward to rolling all this out. We just want to thank our fans so much. We're over 45,000 Facebook fans. We just can't believe we're blown away by the fan reaction to us here, and we want to keep growing. So keep telling us what you want to see, and as you can probably tell, we will give it to you. So anyway, we want to thank you for joining us on this show. You can join us later this week as we have more to roll out to you. this is awesome.
AWE, Awesome Wrestling Entertainment, and this is awesome. Content copyright 2011 and exclusive property of TWF Enterprises, all rights reserved. More information online at awesomewrestlingentertainment.com.